Come on, everybody. Here we go. Welcome back. Day 7. Can you believe it? Been doing this for a week. Okay, so one of the things I wanted to tell you guys about is some of the special things that I've done in Disneyland, and then I'm going to show you on my phone. Hopefully that's what I've learned how to do today, is record a screenshot from my phone and share it with you guys on the video so that you can follow along with how to use the app. It's one of the things that people ask me about the most, and it's kind of a confusing thing to undertake, especially when you're going to Disneyland for the first time and you're going to be overwhelmed with what's going on in the park. It's not going to be intuitive for you to get into Disneyland and start using the app that day. So I'm going to kind of show you some things a little bit here and there, maybe a little bit more every day as we prep to go on our Disneyland trip, that will hopefully help you maximize your enjoyment that day so that you don't feel like you're spending all of your time on your phone trying to figure these things out as your day goes, and that you're missing out on experiences because you're stuck in your phone, because nobody wants that. And that's where, on trips that I do with people, that's where I end up being that person, because I know how to use the app. And so I can schedule our lightning lanes, and I can mobile order our food, and I can do a lot of extra things on there that enhance my experience when I'm at Disneyland, so that I'm experiencing Disneyland. On the past few trips that I've done this year, every time I've gone, we have done an extra experience. So what I'm talking about is we've done a dessert party that gets us a special treat box and a special seat to see World of Color. I've done dinners where you get a dinner package, so you get to eat at a specific restaurant, and then you get passes to later on get to go watch Fantasmic from a special seating area. I have done a dessert party for the Oogie Boogie Bash, so that I had a special seat and dessert package for to see the parade, the Frightfully Fun parade. If you look in our channel here, you can find the video for the Frightfully Fun parade, and you'll see what great seats we had for that. We also did, this last time, as well as that Oogie Boogie thing, Chris and I did a tour. So we did the 70th anniversary tour, where you get the special tour guide and they take you around for like 2 hours in Disneyland and show you all kinds of special things. And you also get like cash and prizes at the end. We got a special little pin and a lanyard and a button with our name on it. And then we got some popcorn and a special seating for the Paint the Night parade. So I want to tell you about how to get yourself set up for those things, which ones that I've done that I think are worth it, and I would absolutely do it again, because these extra experiences are money that you're going to spend on top of the money that you've already spent to get into the park, to get to the park, and to park at the park, to get your hotel room, all those things. And I absolutely understand how how expensive that gets, and do you really want to spend several $100s more to get a special seat for a parade? It's something that maybe isn't for like a family of 6, but that's not really where I'm headed with this channel. This is where I'm trying to head with what information I'm giving to you guys is exactly where I'm coming from, which is I am a 53-year-old woman with my 55-year-old partner who are in the process of early retirement, and it's just the two of us now. So what does that look like when we go on a vacation? It looks a lot different than what it looks like if you want to go on vacation, if you're a young couple with young kids. I don't know what that looks like because I don't do that things. I'm not going to pretend that I have insider information on something that I don't have insider information on. What I do know how to do is go to Disneyland as an adult, have experiences that are memorable for me, that I don't have to sit on a curb on Main Street for hours to see a parade. Because again, I'm getting to that age where not only do I just mentally not want to do that, I physically can't do that. I've got a knee that just goes, you know what, if we get down on the ground, it's going to be embarrassing for everyone else to watch me try to get back up. So anywho, without further ado, let's see if I can get on my phone and show you actually how to make those reservations. Screen recorder, start recording. Okay, so here you see that I have the Disneyland app, and each park, like if you went to Disney World, if you went to Disney Paris, any of those things, each park has its own app. So that's something to know before you head out on your vacations. Again, I'm really only talking about Disneyland because that's what I know. And so you can see some of the things that the app will do for you. It's going to show you information for Disneyland Park and for California Adventure. So those are the two parks that you're going to be able to see when you're using this app. And what you want to do to book some of these experiences is down on your bottom navigation, you'll go to that far right to that hamburger button, and that's going to take you to a page that looks like this where you've got some buttons to press. We're not going to press any of those. We're going to scroll down to where it says reserve dining. We're going to choose reserve dining, and then how many people are in our party. And then it's going to ask you to choose a date. So if you're going to have dates that you're going to be in the park. So let's just say I want to go on January 12th. So I pick that day. It'll let you choose up to, 10 days to look in a window. I would suggest just picking the day that you want to look at for each of these experiences. Then we're going to click next. What time? Just go ahead and click next. All of these things don't really matter. all of these destinations. It's going to show you what's available in Disneyland, Disney California, Downtown Disney, and the hotels. So you may want something that's over there. So go ahead and just click done, click done, click done. Doesn't want to work with me today. Okay, so to choose just the one day, what you'll do is just tap that same day a second time and hit next. Let's just go ahead and look at all the times they have available and all the destinations they have available, because the destinations are going to be Disneyland, Disney California, Downtown Disney, and the Disney resorts, which are going to include things like Trader Sam's and Goofy's Kitchen and the Princess Dining packages, like the Princess Breakfast package right there, Goofy's Kitchen. And let's just see. Okay, so here's a dine event. That is the World of Color dessert package. So you'll click your view your available options. And what's available on January 12th is a World of Dessert Color party. World of Color dessert party on that day at 8:15. So we'll go ahead and click that. And it'll ask you how many people you want to have. So let's just say there's going to be 2 of us. And click next. And as you're doing this, don't worry that you're going to be charged what the subtotal that shows up at the bottom. Until you hit continue, you're not paying for anything. You can see right there up at the top, it just says we're holding your reservation for 10 minutes. So you can back right out of this, but this just shows you some of the things that you can do. If you've got dietary requests that you need to make, sometimes they'll have things that you can request. Of course, with the dessert parties, it's hard if you've got like diabetic restrictions or anything like that. They don't really have options, non-sugar options in the dessert parties. But sometimes they'll have gluten-free or vegetarian options. And so it's worth looking at what those dietary requests are. If you've got allergies to dairy or shellfish, that's always important. There's also accessibility requests. So if someone in your party needs wheelchair accessibility, you can request that. And then right down there at the bottom would be the total for 2 people to do that dessert party, which is right now $188 for 2 people. And then I can just back out of there and leave, and nothing has happened. Nothing has been charged to my card. One of the things you'll need to know when you're looking at these is that you will need to have a credit card attached to your app. And that can be scary for some people. It's why they don't end up using mobile ordering. They just don't want that piece of their information being available to Disney like that. And I all I can say is that I have used it multiple times over multiple years, and being able to do things through the app makes my life so much easier. So, and I've never had any sort of, fingers crossed, never had any sort of problems with Disney having my credit card. I mean, they've got they've got all of me anyway. So, so yeah, that's how you go about looking at something like the World of Color. There's other things we'll talk as we go along. We'll talk about different different experiences you can do and what those look like. But since we did World of Color here, I'll talk to you about the World of Color experience that my bestie and I did on our trip last December. It was really cold because you're down by the water and you don't realize that you are still, when you're in Anaheim, you're not very far from the ocean. And if you do get the ocean breeze and the fog coming in, that things can get a little bit chilly in December after dark. But was it worth it? Absolutely. Again, coming from the place of being an adult and wanting to do adult things and not necessarily have to fight to be standing in behind somebody who just at the very last second, when you think, okay, I got a great spot for this show, and they decide to put their 3-year-old on their shoulders and then you can't see anymore. I might be a little bitter. It might have happened to me a couple of times. So does that $188 for 2 people to have dessert that is cold in a box and have a seat to sit at while you're watching this show, is that worth it? For me, it is, absolutely. I continue to do these things because they are worth it to me. I work hard. I want to enjoy my time. I'm usually only there with one other person or another couple that is paying for their own things. And I love it. You get great seats. There's not a bad seat in the house. You get servers that come and take your drink orders, and something for those of you who, like me, aren't going to be getting adult beverages. There are plenty of options for getting adult beverages and getting mocktails or just regular sodas and water and things like that. Oogie Boogie had a fantastic mocktail. You can choose, with the World of Color, you can choose to sit at a high table or at a low table. And the suggestion usually is to sit at a high table so that you're put a little bit farther back from the crowd and you're a little bit higher up to get a better kind of overall view. And you make that choice when you check in that night. The app will give you like a window to check in for your reservation, and you'll go to there's an actual person with an actual stand, and that's when you can request if you need something special or you want a high table, not a low table. It makes you feel fancy. And one of the things to know about it, though, is the tables usually hold 4 people. So if you're just a couple, you will be sitting with someone else. I mean, it's Disneyland. Every time that we've done a sit-down thing where we've been with another couple, we've had a great time. I've never had a bad experience sitting with another couple at one of those tables. Quite the opposite, I would say. I've had really great experiences, and and made some friends. Even if you're just a couple and you think you're gonna have a romantic evening all by yourselves with nobody else involved in your table, I think you can probably have those experiences, but not through just these kind of special dining experiences. I don't know about you, but all that walking and talking, we need to remember to hydrate once in a while, don't we, pals? All right, that's it. We hit day number 7. Congratulations. Good job. I'm feeling better. I hope you are too. And thanks for coming along again today, day 7. Here's the ears for today. These I made to go along with a whole outfit I had dedicated to the Jungle Cruise. So we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. And here's my cat on the treadmill. Whoop, just caught him before he left. Come on, Crookshanks. Come on, buddy. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, good job. Yeah. Yeah, he's a little talker. He's a little camera shy sometimes, but he's a talker. Aren't you, buddy? Aren't you, buddy? Good boy.